Well, this story might seem hard to believe. Some call it a coincidence. A Sheboygan County couple call it divine intervention.
CBS 58's Stephanie Buffamonte has their incredible story.
Coming back from an evening walk back in August, Ted Knightsky collapsed right in front of his Sheboygan County home.
I fainted or passed out, don't know why.
Cutting his finger badly when he fell. Ted and his wife drove to the Aurora Medical Center emergency room in Grafton. Like usual, Nurse Tara Strong and technician Chris Swift were busy with patients coming in and out.
There was a 41-year-old male with chest pain, and I walked out to get him.
But Swift later noticed something strange.
Chris had said, hey, did you notice the patient in room 10 has the same last name as the patient in room 11?
That patient with chest pain was John Knightsky in room 10. And in room 11 was Ted Knightsky.
John didn't really mention that his father was here or anything, and you know, his father didn't mention anything.
Because of that, medical staff decided not to say anything until minutes later. Julie and Ted could hear that something wrong was happening next door.
I heard all the bells and whistles go off.
Hold CPR.
That's when Nurse Strong uncomfortably walked into Ted and Julie's room.
Check pulse.
Do you have a son named John?
And I said, oh yeah, did you go to school with him?
No pulse.
And she said, what's his birthday?
Shock advised.
And I was like, I stood up. I was like, oh, you don't ask that.
Julie and Ted had no idea their son was in the room right next to them. Nurse Strong explained that their son, John, was having a heart attack.
Real difficult to kind of tell them what was going on just about 8 feet away from them.
Ted and Julie rushed to the next room.
We're going to go ahead and charge.
Where doctors and nurses were trying to revive their son, John.
3, 2, 1, everyone clear.
Mother's instinct kicked in. Julie quickly went to her son's side.
Oh, I was saying, you know, Mama's here. You've got to come out of this, you know. We need you back. You're too important in our lives.
John didn't make it. Medically, Ted still doesn't know what made him fall, but deep down, believes it was meant to happen.
Everybody said either an angel or God pushed you down, Ted, for you to be there at the same time that he was there.
What are the chances of them being in the same hospital, the same emergency department, in rooms right next to each other?
Even though the Knightskys said goodbye to their son unexpectedly and too soon, they say it was divine grace.
In my mind, I thought I was there when he was born, and I was there when he died. So that was a gift. So God was there for me and Ted.
Now, John was known in the Port Washington community as a business owner and someone who helped people with special needs. Since his death, a local nonprofit, Portal Inc., named an Exceptional Citizens Award in his honor.
I just can't believe that story at all. And that's not the only coincidence, too. I mean, we just keep hearing more and more.
That is right. There are so many coincidences in this story. So when John drove himself to the hospital, he drove himself there. He parked next to his parents' car. Julie and Ted walked out of the hospital after all of this happened. They saw, oh my gosh, he parked right next to us too. They couldn't believe it. They say they assume with his heart condition and it being so dark, he just didn't notice that it was his parents' car. Yep, just had to get inside the hospital.
Any parent out there
would
want the chance to say goodbye.
Rather at the hospital than at a funeral.
Yeah. All right, Stephanie, thank you so much. Amazing.